Hi, I'm Rebecca Lurie. I live here in New York City in the United States. Born and raised here, work at the City University of New York at the School of Labor and Urban Studies, where I helped to found a project called Community and Worker Ownership Project. I work very closely with unions. My first career was a union carpenter. And I learned a few things in being in the union movement that helped me understand how to transfer that into healthy and good economic development. So unions historically have held workers together across a sector and across a market. It might seem like you're organized with an employer, but there's something really across an entire sector that unions have helped to do to raise the floor and make sure workers can be represented with one broad voice across many, many employers. So what we find in the platform economy is a lot of individualized employment, and this is the gig economy writ large. And so when there are ways that we can hold many workers together, we mimic the union movement or can actually join the union movement to say there's a better way to do this. Now what cooperativism does, or co-ops, is it does it in a way that really brings out the best in people. So true democracy means everybody gets to be heard. And to be heard when there's too many generations of oppression means that people don't come to work with their full selves. But when we start to bake that into the process of a group, a team, a business, or a sector, and everybody in that sector, they get to have a voice towards democracy of how things in that sector can run. And the power of the union movement says, or when there's a match made between those workers and a union, the voice in that sector lobbying for wages, bargaining for the common good across a whole market, you can have a better voice. We've recently seen this in Chicago with the teachers striking for not just their wages and benefits, but for the conditions in the classrooms for the kids. So when we start to see people who really care about the greater good having a shared voice across their industry sector, you might be able to see an impact that technology can have through a cooperative structure that says, how can we really make this work for the common good? There's really two things in cooperative economics. There's true democracy and there's true transparency, which means you have to understand what you got and you have to have a practice that lets everybody have a voice. So it's both ancient in terms of how people have solved their problems across the universe, but it's also new when we start to apply it to the newest brand of technology and the newest ways that we have to communicate across the globe.